everyone, welcome back to Lubelska Dolina for episode 13 in the adventures of Feldkorp. Good morning everyone. It is day 6 late summer and today it's crunch time. As you saw there, we'd put some bales into the biogas plant overnight, well just before midnight or late last night, and we came out of that with 18 grand, just over I think it was, and 4,600 for the loan payment, so we're now up to just under 58,000 euros, which is brilliant. Now we've still got 90,000 left to pay off on the loan for this first period from the bank's sort of ultimatum thingy they did, but I think we're going to make it because we've still got a few stacks of bales. I want to say there's rough count in my head, probably a good dozen or so silage bales left that we can pop in the BGA today, and we've also got a harvest contract way over there in that direction on field 1, which the family started working on already, so we are going to take the field bin over to them so they can carry on with that. But also today we're doing a little bit of community outreach. And what's going on is there's a building project down on the south side of the map. There's a small village down there. I forget the name off the top of my head, but we'll go down and see it at some point today. Basically, what they're doing is trying to build some sort of low-cost housing from locally sourced materials. So yeah, we'll just take this field bin up to field 1 here and see what we can do about or just leave this up there rather for the family to fill. I think Yannick's up there at the moment possibly, so yeah, we'll get that up there quick and keep on going with the bit of information here. Yeah, just down there next to the store is a small tree nursery. And what we're going to do today is help them out by doing a little bit of, sort of forestry of sorts. Basically they want all the trees cut down there and delivered to the sawmill so they can be used to make planks and some sort of chipboard, OSB board, whatever it is they're making for this housing project. And as well as that, there are also some tools and other supplies down at the chemical plant, I think it is, down on the southeast end of the map, which we are going to help transport up, basically. And I missed the turning, didn't I? Oops. Okay, we'll turn around here quick. Nobody's coming. No one will mind. Yeah, so there's a few odds and ends that we're going to look at here in a bit. But for now, I shall pop up here with this and leave it Yeah, they're going up the field there. Probably leave this around about here, and if we leave it open, then they should be able to swing by and just drop some stuff off while they're going around, and then we can squeeze by on the way out too, and everything will be good. But yeah, let me pop up the map quick and show you what all we're doing here. So, yeah, just up here next to the shop, there's this little, it's just on the south side here, there's a little tree nursery. It's got about 30 odd trees in it, and we're going to go there and help them out with some stuff. Then down here at, there's the RajotGPLAY, I believe that's a chemical plant. But yeah, they have some cement and some other odds and ends to pick up from there, and we're going to take them all the way over here to this area where they've currently got some construction work going. And I think there's also some fencing as well that they want us to take down, like modular construction site fencing to help out. And there's a sawmill as well right here. That's where we'll be taking those trees. But yeah, let me head back and we shall continue. Okay, so here we are down at this little tree nursery I'd mentioned, and what they want us to do here, they've got a couple of tools that we can use. There's a little log grab there and a stump grinder, which I believe are not front loader, but they're skid steer tools, I believe. So what we're going to have to do is purchase an adapter for the tractor, but that's not a problem. But they said we can use these tools, and essentially what they want us to do is cut down all of these trees and transport all the logs over to the sawmill, grind out the stumps, mow the grass down, which we're more than welcome to take away with us, and then replant the trees too, because they've got like a little hand plant kit thing over here just sitting in the corner there. Yeah, so yeah, they basically just want us to clear this area, take the lumber to the sawmill for processing, and clean out the grass and the stumps and everything and replant it. Now that's going to take possibly the day, like overnight they'll get it processed, maybe the next day or two, and then they'll want us to take that from the sawmill down to the construction area. So I'm going to pop back to the store quick here, because like I said, I think they have some fencing that they want taken down. Let's have a look over here. Ah yeah, fencing. Now that is going to be a bit big for the Unitrack, so we may have to get the other thing along for that, the trailer that we have. But we can sort of kill a couple of birds with one stone, so to speak, and take that down to the area first, then come back across and pick up the other supplies. But for now I'm going to pop off down to the BGA and shove some more bales up the BGA's digester, and I shall see you all again shortly. And here we are down at the BGA now, and we've got actually more bales than I thought we've got down here. If I can carefully take these over and not spill them all over the shop like I did last night, that would be lovely. But yeah, we've got 8, and then I think we've got like 24 more bales. That was a lot more than I'd expected. But hey, you know, every little bit counts. It's so long as we get up to 50,000 litres in here, we should end up with another 18 grand overnight, which is good. If we can get more than that in here, if we've actually got more than that sort of literage wise, I think we probably do, because 20 times 4 would be like 80,000, so it's pinged up a bit. Put them on, lovely. So yeah, we're already 15,000, so yeah, we should possibly be good with this. But I'm glad we've got that was it contract, the harvesting contract on field 1. It turns out we got a text from Yannick on the way down that he is getting an awful lot of crop off of that, so there's a fair chance we might actually get a good amount over, like extra crop. that we can actually sell for money as well. And that one doesn't pay too badly. I think it's like 4.5, 5 grand for the contract. Plus we may get another 2 or 3 grand off of extra crop as well. So I think between all of this and that and the bit of logging we're going to do as well, we should be okay. I'm hoping. I mean, we'll soon see. Oh, it's fallen off. it gently gave up and flopped off onto the ground. But that's okay. We can get them all in here. Yeah, I did switch out for a what do you call it, manure fork the other day, as we were doing a couple of baling contracts. Oh, that's another thing too. There was probably a little image for it at the beginning, and where are we now? Yeah, there's a little image for it at the beginning of a contract we got for bales the other night, and unfortunately that was one of the ones that wouldn't sell at the other sell point. I didn't realise it until after we'd got done with the majority of the baling, so we had to cancel the contract, and obviously we got the bales for sort of ourselves because of the effort that we put in. But yeah, I shall carry on popping these on, and I see we've got a note down there in the corner that says that the combine is full again, so hop over there and just point Yannick in the direction of the field bin in a minute. I'll do that off camera in a second here, but yeah, we should get some more of these in. Goodness, yeah, we're already up to 30,000. This will be another 12,000, possibly, if I can maths correctly. That was a bit more, 16,000. Yeah, it's too early in the day for maths. But yeah, we got a few more left, but that stack on the right, you see, those are the ones that we got from the contract last night. So those we can't put in yet because they are still doing their thing. They're fermenting, that's what it is. I knew there was a word in there somewhere. But yeah, so I shall carry on with this and see you again in a little while. Okay, we've been shuffling around some of the grain up at the field number 1 there, working on that contract. That's producing way more grain than I was expecting. But yes, that's on its way. Well, now we're down at the store with the Ursus and our trailer. So we are going to convert this to a logging trailer quick. If I can find it, there it is. It's going to cost us a little bit of money, but that's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, it's 2.5 grand, and we've also bought a chainsaw and the adapter as well. So let's get that done. And just have to reattach it to the trailer. And luckily, oh yeah, there we go. Reattach the hoses. Okay, so actually, no, it didn't need repair. Okay, so let's grab this tool, attach a thing, and go next door to the field. If I can line up properly. There we go. Okay, yeah, so this should be interesting to see what we're going to make from this. I've no idea how good or bad logging is on this map at the moment, and plus we are coming to the end of summer, so probably the price for wood isn't that great. But, you know, we'll just see how it goes. Okay, so we're going to park the trailer here, just for sort of safety purposes, I suppose. Yeah, that'd be fine. And let's go and have a look at these tools. I think, yeah, it's a fairly small log grab. Obviously, if it's built for a skid steer, originally it's not going to be picking up massive logs. So, yeah, oh yeah, that connects fine, no problem. Yep, and we need to hop over and unload the other one again quick. And I probably need to attach hoses to this as well. Yes, I do. Okay, so we now have, hopefully, a working log grab. If I can figure out the controls. What did I not do? Yeah, maybe I'm just not on this. No, I'm on the correct tool. Are they attached now? Peculiar. Oh, hang on. Have we not attached these ones? No, those ones are attached as well. Interesting. Okay, we'll figure that out in a second and have a look at the... oh, I bet I know what it is. It's probably the other one that we didn't attach. Well, no, those were attached as well. So it should... ah, there we go. Okay, that's got it. It just hadn't lined everything up. Okay, so yeah, we're going to pop over and just unload the harvester yet again. And there we shall be right back. Let's have a look at some of these trees and see what we can do. So I think we've got... yeah, we should be able to get at least one row, I think, on the trailer here. So let us pop out the lovely chainsaw. We got a still, I think it was, yes. And see what we can do about cutting some of these trees. It should be an interesting project because they're planning on building some sort of low-cost, not exactly wood cabins, but sort of log cabins. But yeah, they should all be pretty good once they're done. And you know, with us helping out as well, that's going to be too big to pick up, isn't it? Yep. How long is it? Well, let's chop the end off. There we go. Yeah, let's see about getting that. But yeah, there's a small chance that since we're helping so much with the sort of delivery and timber and everything, at least getting it shifted, even though it's not technically our timber as such, there should be a fair chunk of money involved in it, I'm hoping. Actually, we'll just chop that in half as well, just for safety. And yeah, so hoping that we get it. Oh, I can pick that up by hand, so we may not even need to use the tractor. Beautiful. Okay. Well, that's going to save us a bit of time then, I think. Oh, and I left a branch on there. Oh well. Grab that quick here. There we go. Lovely. Okay. Well, let's turn that off for now then. Oh, and of course I've left it in exactly the worst place, haven't I? Last thing I need to do is drop a tree on it. Oh, yeah, let's just move that out of the way. There we go. Oh dear, that went a bit wobbly. Yeah, so next one. So yeah, like I say, there may even possibly be a chance for some sort of not exactly rental income, but because obviously they're not our buildings that we're making, but we may get sort of a share of it to a degree. And that tree went for a bit of a flip. But yeah, so we may get a small amount of income from these buildings once they're constructed as well. So that will be nice. That will hopefully help the family out a bit as well, and we'll make sure that puts all in their name. So well, I shall carry on with this and go and help unload as well, again, since they're just up the road. And yeah, we shall continue on, and I shall see you all again. Ah, that one's too heavy. Splendid. Okay, we can use the tractor. This one is not, so I shall try not to drop that in the thing. Or knock it off on the tree. Let's just switch it around and get the slightly better weight distribution. There we go. Okay, now I shall see you all back here in a little bit. Okay, so we took a little bit of time there to finish off that harvest, because the harvester was filling up really quick. So we got that all finished, and we've ended up with 17,000 litres of triticale. That is an awful lot of stuff. I was not expecting to have that much off of that contract. But it seemed like, I think we fertilised that field 2 or 3 times from other contracts, so it kinda doesn't surprise me in a way. But yeah, we're going to sell this quick if I can get it into the trigger. There we go. And this is the best sell point for it at the moment, the zoo, if I can't zoom out far enough to see the sign. Oh, there we go. There's the sign. But yeah, let's see how much we get from this, because that is really going to help. And I'm thinking, because it's only selling for 650 per 1,000 now, I think, or 651, something like that. So we're probably going to get about, I don't know, about 8-9 grand maybe off of this. Let's have a look. Wow, okay, 11,000. That's a bit tasty. That has really made things a tiny bit easier. Now, we had put the harvester away, but given the crunch time that we're under at the moment, if we can get this forestry, this wood job done pretty quick over at the little tree nursery next to the store here, then we might go off and do another harvesting contract, because I think there's a big one on like field 26, something like that, that we saw the other day, or earlier today rather. But yeah, let's pop back down here and see what we can do about finishing this up. So we got a good few trailers, a good few logs on the trailer here. Now that is actually just this one strip so far. So surprisingly, there's still quite a lot left. Now these bits, I think, oh yeah, they have been cut, but they fell a bit funny. And of course they are slightly too heavy to pick up, but there's more to cut off. So let's see if we can find a spot to cut this. There we go. And as you can see, we do have a little bit of sawdust coming off as well. That's from a very handy mod. It's called something like the Sawdust mod, I think. Something like really simple. Surprisingly simple, the name of it. But yeah, basically anytime you cut wood for any sort of length of time, it will actually drop sawdust on the ground, kind of as you would expect, or well, it drops wood chips on the ground to simulate the whole sawdust thing. So let's just chop the tip of that off. There we go. Yeah, okay, yeah, see, pile of sawdust there. It's not a lot. Depending on how things go with this, so obviously we're going to mow it as well once we get done. That is probably too big to pick up. Yeah, it is, we'll get the tractor on there. But yeah, what we may do once we've ground out these stumps and everything too, and cut the grass, or perhaps before we cut the grass, we'll grind out the stumps and perhaps actually collect up some of this sawdust. You know, we might have to buy a bucket quick from the store, but we'll have a look and see, because it might be worth an extra sort of grand or so maybe off the top. Or if our silo will take it, we could store it somewhere possibly. Okay, this one we shall cut. Let's cut it roughly in half. There we go. Yeah, we should be able to pick up this end. Yes, we can. And hopefully this end too. Oh no, that's too heavy. Well, let's cut the end of this off. There was a couple of small problems with these two trees. They were actually embedded into the ground. And I think that was just the way the map was made to sort of make them look like younger trees. They were embedded into the ground rather than just being actual small trees. Which, you know, that's okay. You have to do what you do sometimes when you're making a map. Find the little shortcuts and funny ways of doing things. So it's not too big of a deal. But yeah, there's what have we left here? I left a branch on it, I think. There we go. But yeah, so we had to cut those down in a couple of weird sections. I think we got them with a stump grinder was what it was. And that suddenly like pinged the tree up into the air and knocked the... that made it stand funny, and then kicked up the stump really high too. So it was sticking out a lot further than it seemed like it should be. Did that fall out? Or did I just leave that there? Or did it roll down the hill? I have literally no idea. Oh well. Okay, let's get the tractor going here. And I'm going to have to switch tools now because it's got the stump grinder on it. But I
wonder, since we are here, let's grind out a couple of these stumps quick and get them out of the way, since we've got the piece of equipment on already. You can see the sawdust piling up there. It's done. It's not going to make much sawdust, or not sawdust, it's wood chips. It's not going to make for a massive haul of wood chips, but depending on how well they sell, I'm sliding down, it might actually be worth picking them up. We'll see. But yeah, so I shall carry on knocking out these stumps and get a few more trees onto the trailer here. There we go. Okay, yep, so I shall carry on with this and back in just a second. Okay, well, here we are. We've finished all the logging in this little sort of nursery area. We've still got some clean-up to do. We've got these like piles of wood chips floating around, and they want us to mow the grass and then replant all the trees, but we'll most likely do that off camera. So now we get to go sell this wood, or well, not sell it specifically, but take it down to the sawmill and see what we can get for it. So let us head over here. Now I think the best way to get to the sawmill is, let's see, yeah, we're probably going to want to stay on the main roads. So if we take a right here and then just head on down, and obviously we'll get paid by the sawmill for this, because this is sort of us. We're the ones that have done the logging for them, so they'll do that, and then they'll get this processed into boards, which we will run over to the sort of construction site once they get started with that, or once they get finished actually making the boards and everything for it. So that will probably be the next day, I would imagine, depending on how fast they can process this. But I hope we can get up this hill, because that is a lot of wood. I almost overloaded it. It's probably overloaded, to be fair, but they did want some shorter lengths as well, so we got the Unitrack at the back there with some smaller logs on it, so fingers crossed that won't be too bad. But yeah, I'm hoping we get a decent kickback from doing this, because we still need, I would say, a good 30 grand should do it, because I think we need 90 to pay off the loan. Actually, you know what? We've got that contract we can cash in quick. I had forgotten about that. There we go, just under 6 grand from that harvesting job we did earlier. Turn all the lights off. So yeah, we only need, I would say 25 grand just to cover the late night loan interest payment that we get. Now, I think it's this one. Let's turn on the GPS quick. Yes, it is. This one we turn right at. So then we go down here. It always helps to have the old sat-nav on when you're never sure where you're going. Okay, and we have, I think that's Clara driving the Unitrack following us. But yeah, this should hopefully work out fairly well. Now the sawmill, I think, is to the right up here. So let's just try to run over that tree. Maybe one of these days they'll ask us to remove that too. But it seems to be there a while, so who knows. Oh yeah, this is the sawmill. I did not want to come up on one of those dirt tracks though, because they are a little bit on the bumpy side. But at least we know where we're going. And we are going to need to wash this thing too. Oh dear, it's had a bit of a time of it, I think, since we last washed it. Now, if I recall correctly, there it is. Yep, that is where we sell the wood. Right up here. So let us pop in. I'm not sure quite how wide the how long the trigger is going to be. So if we all get in here, and let's hop out and see what gets sold. And the grand total is helper C being blocked by an object. 25. Wow. Okay, that could not have been any more perfect than that. Yeah. Wow. Okay, that's cool. So that means we can now pay off exactly what we owe the bank for their sort of what do you call it? Their summer thing. Requirement, let's say. Let's be nice and just call it a requirement. So, what we are going to have to do is... I'm not quite sure why we're blocked by an object there. Let's get that sorted out in a second. But yeah, what we're going to do now, if I pop the map back up here, we're going to run back to the store quick, get the trailer reset to a flatbed, and then zip on down to the RajotGPLAY place here. I'm not going to try and pronounce that because I'll get it all wrong. I think that's supposed to be like a chemical plant, something like that, because they have some building supplies as well. And we also need to grab the fences from up at the shop. So I'm going to do that quick, and I'll see you when we get down to the RajotGPLAY place for the other supplies. Alright, here we are, down at this place here. Now, I did some checking on the way down, and according to Google, this is a hops plant, and the name is potentially pronounced RajotGPLAY, or something to that effect. And there are some hop hangers that I did see on the way down, so it might be related to that. Or it could just be a slightly incorrect Google translation. It's hard to tell sometimes. But we have a few things that we need to get loaded here. And we don't have a lot of space, so we did get Yannick, I think it was, to come down and drop off the Unitrack so we can load that as well. And they'll be back in a bit to help us drive everything over. So let's unattach this for now. And we do have a weight on the front here, which we are going to switch to the back, because I have a feeling that some of this is going to be heavy. And then we'll just get out and have a quick look and see what there is. Okay. Now what they've got for us here, pardon the groaning noises, that's this area, these distillery tanks, I guess, or whatever they are. But yeah, so we've got some pipe work and a concrete mixer, cement mixer thing, and some piles of cement, well not piles, but pallets of cement on bags. And if we've got room, they also want us to bring this lovely portaloo down with us, which you may recognise from one of the earlier episodes. It travelled over to Poland with us, from all the way from England. So yeah, we shall get all that loaded up here and see where we get. Then we'll head over to the building site with it all. Okay, so we are all set. Clara came back down and she's in the Unitrack there, going to follow us. So we shall head over to our destination, assuming this has the pulling power to actually get us there. We may have to switch around and send have the Unitrack pull this possibly. That's... oh, hang on a minute. Did I forget to attach this strap things? There we go. Okay, that helps. It always helps if I connect the brake hoses. That way the brakes aren't always on. Okay, so we've got our load of construction supplies. We are on the way. Now, I suspect we'll probably do a little bit of a time lapse here, just for the sake of time. Because obviously we're running a little bit close to the end now. But still, we'll run over there and we'll have a look at the scenery on the way and
It's a very, very lovely map, this. So, yep, we shall see you shortly over at the, where are we going? Oh, the construction site thing. Yep, so let's take a left here. And onwards to victory, as they say. Okay, here we are at the sort of construction area. They're digging out some stuff here by the look of it. Yeah, got some diggers and some dirt and stuff. I think they're levelling it off to maybe like a 2 or 3 tier area, and they're going to want some houses, and they're just sort of small. I'm not sure if it's temporary housing or like low. I think it was low cost housing was what they were doing. But yeah, we're going to drop off these supplies for them and get it all set up here. We're just south of a little village over there called Vianovice, I think, is how it's pronounced. But yeah, so we shall deposit all this stuff here. Let me just check the bank quick, because we can finally close out that portion of the loan that we needed to. So let us repay down to, where is it now? In fact, I'm going to do that to just under £1 million, because we've got a biogas plant payment coming in after midnight as well. So we've made it. We are now officially under €1 million owed. That is pretty impressive, considering it's not even the end of summer. Well, it technically is the end of summer. It's the last day of summer. But yeah, that puts us in a very good situation. So yeah, we shall get this unloaded, possibly do another harvest contract off camera. I don't know, we've got to clear up that other area as well next to the farm. So we'll get that sorted out, the tree nursery thing. But yeah, if you've enjoyed whatever this was, then please give us a like and hit the subscribe button and come back for more. And comments are always welcome. Sharing this video is greatly appreciated. And I do appreciate you all for hanging out and watching this too. So with that, I shall bid you all farewell and hope to see you next time. Cheerio.